Guys, this was without a doubt the craziest, absolutely most mental looking electric car that I saw in China. When I say mental, I mean, you know, mental in a good way. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. It's great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. And you know what? This was actually one of the first electric cars that I saw in China. Now, I saw heaps of them, you know, driving from one place to another. But in person, I went first to check out some new Zika electric cars. We had a look at those. To be honest, I'm still thinking they're amazing. I definitely would like to own one of those. And then when I walked down to the Zika Building, I walked about 10 meters across the street, 20 meters across the street, and I saw these in person. Guys, Dongfeng M Hero electric SUV beast. I don't even know what you call this thing, but it's pretty rad. I mean, looks like an absolute weapon. Just had lunch here at this pretty epic place, and we walked outside. We saw these crazy looking electric Dongfengs, M Heroes. You got to admit, these things look pretty unreal. Look at those wheels. Even the sick looking badge on the end there. You can see these things are like, I don't know, maybe test models or something. I mean, look at all those screens in there. Screen. Hey guys, check this out. This is my next beast. And I think they're building a sports stadium in the background too. Check that out. They're kind of interesting because they look a little bit like an ICE vehicle. They look like they've got a petrol engine, but they don't. They're fully electric. All right, guys, we're off to the racetrack now, off to Ningbo. So in Ningbo, there is apparently we might be able to actually test drive the FR, 1,200 horsepower Zika 001 FR at the racetrack here. So that should be unreal. So 2.5 hour drive on the bus here. Crew full of people here in the bus. I think they're all waiting for me, looking at me, probably going, "Get in the bus, you dickhead." See you guys. Now, I've made a few videos. If you're familiar with the channel, you'll see that I've made a few videos on these crazy EVs in the past. But now we have some full details and specs on them. And well, I thought maybe you guys would want to know the kind of some of the kind of crazy vehicles you can actually buy in China. Now in China, the vehicles that I saw were clearly like pre-production kind of test vehicles. They still had plastic on the interiors, but they were being driven. They were clearly being driven. They first, to me, to be honest, they look a bit more like an internal combustion vehicle. They don't really look like an EV, but that's maybe one of the appeals of them. Now, they've claimed to be the world's first vehicle that's installed using integrated 5G plus A and 6G base station. Now, this technology, says Car News China, provides the vehicle with strong communications capabilities no matter where you are in the world, whether in urban areas, remote areas, in the Himalayas. Anyhow, it's kind of, I think maybe they're targeting the Chinese army or armies outside of China as well for that kind of, you know, ability to communicate. Satellite communications come via an RUV 900 ultra-thin phased array dynamic satellite internet terminal. You might be wondering why they're not using SpaceX. Or Starlink, I should say. Guys, I have Starlink at my house, so right now I'm actually uploading this video using Starlink, and it's brilliant. It's miles better than the actual internet that we have here on cables. So quite a few people in the town that I live in here in Newcastle, the town here, they use Starlink. It's really, really good, but unfortunately it's banned in China. So yeah, they can't do that for these Dongfeng vehicles in China. Anyhow, the satellite internet that it does have enables full Ku band coverage, nanosecond electronic scanning antennas, up to 100 megabits per second onboard bandwidth, and fast auto lock satellite networking. Yeah, this means you can have real-time, unrestricted, and secure video calls while performing tasks in complex environments and ensuring rapid upload of data such as pictures and instructions. Anyway, getting to the point, to be honest, that interests me a lot more than this is the battery technology. You know, that's, I think, for me, where the industry is most intriguing. The battery here, it's one of the very few vehicles in the world right now that uses CATL or CATL's new chill-in battery. So their new chill-in battery gives the vehicle 505 kilometers of range, but this is a big vehicle, so you need a big battery pack to get that range
it's a 142.7 kilowatt hour battery, meaning it's about 20 kilowatt hour bigger battery than the battery in the Tesla Cybertruck. Yeah, it's big, it's heavy, it's got off-road tires, and in person, I really like the look of it. Now, there is actually apparently also a plug-in hybrid version, which has a 1.5 litre turbo engine, and it has maximum power of 145 kilowatt, but of course you connect that to the electric motors and then you're looking at huge power, 600 kilowatt in total. Now the EV version though, that has 800 kilowatts, so that's about 1,000, probably nearly 1,200 horsepower. Crazy, all right? Awesome, scary, crazy, and to be honest, I don't know why, guys, but I really love these things. I just think they look insane. Curb weight, yeah, it's certainly not light. In fact, it's extremely heavy. It's 3,500 kilograms. And that kind of makes me think, you know, Zika, the 009, the EV that I drove in China, it's actually bigger than this. It's 5.3 meters long. So, you know, it's about this much bigger, but it's also an MPV. So it's a van. It's got a much bigger interior space. And amazingly, it's 700 kilograms or about 1,500 pounds lighter than this vehicle, even though it's bigger. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe the fact that it's got a structural battery pack, the Zika does, and maybe this doesn't. Anyway, how big is this? It's 5.1 meters long, 2.1 meters wide, and it is also 2,314 millimeters high. Yeah, you wouldn't really want to drive one of these in a city. Now, Car News China says this, as further proof that this car is badass, it meets the Class B explosion-proof standard of public security, coming with explosion-proof coating, TPE glass, explosion-proof film, and run-flat tires. No doubt you'll see Mexican gangsters driving around in these to make sure that you know, they have an advantage over their rivals when it comes to, you know, these gang shoot-ups and whatever, you know. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? I think it's epic. I mean, I know a lot of people think these vehicles are ridiculous, but to be honest, guys, not many of these are going to sell. It's a pretty expensive vehicle. These things are about $150,000 US. Thanks for watching.